This is sadly my third time recording this. How are y'all doing today? I wanted to talk to y'all about Renee Watson, and because I've read some books by her that I have not shared with you, and I want to share those with you. So I hope you're doing well. Remember, this is Jinx Books, the Jinx Books Club, and basically my purpose is to get our young adults reading. Pretty much, Renee Watson has written several books. Two of them I have not shared with you. One is called Piecing Me Together. It's about Jade, who lives in a poor neighborhood, but because her scores are awesome, she attends a private school across town. She takes the bus. She meets an unlikely friend. And then she gets very offended because her counselor recommended her to this mentorship program that they say for at-risk girls. So number one, she doesn't find herself at risk. She realized this is just a mentoring program for Black girls who live in a poor neighborhood. And she's offended. But the mother encourages her to go through with it because she believes it'll be an awesome opportunity, and she believes other opportunities will be available to her as a result of participating in this particular opportunity. I don't remember all the details, I'll admit. There's some things that are not sticking with me. I will admit the first book I read by her, and I'm not saying the book is not good. The book is good. I remember telling someone I felt that one was better than This Side of Home. But for whatever reason, since This Side of Home sticks with me more than Piecing Me Together. So she's written other awesome books. If you go on the YouTube page, scroll down, you will see other things I've said about her books. What Mama Left Me, Watch Us Rise, which she co-wrote with another author. So when it comes to Renee Watson's This Side of Home, which is when I fell in love with her, is you have Maya, who has a twin sister, Nikki, and she feels like everything around her is falling apart or it's not the same. Her neighborhood is not the same. They're increasing the taxes on the land. They're increasing the prices of the home. So as a result, people are forced to move out. Maya and her family reluctantly get to stay because they can, I want to say they own the building and they were able to stay, but she knows that different restaurants are coming into the area. Her principal is new. He doesn't want to celebrate Black History Month, even though he's Black. He wants to celebrate a culture day or a culture month or heritage month. Then she knows her sister, who they had plans to go into Spelman, says, you know what? I don't want to go to Spelman anymore. I want to go to school here in Portland. That's bothering her because they had plans to go to Spelman. Then she has a boyfriend, Tevin, who is an awesome guy, sweet guy. And he has plans to go into Morehouse, and he's always participating in this mentorship program where he's working with businesses and whatnot, but she just feels like it's nothing there. So her other best friend besides her twin sister has to move because the value has increased and her mom cannot afford the apartment anymore. So a white family moves across the street. The white family, the daughter befriends her sister Nikki, and she feels like Nikki's hanging out with this girl a little bit too much. She can't stomach the girl. Then Nikki has a brother named Tony. It's evident that Tony likes her. You can tell that from the beginning. But she's standoffish. Why? Because he's white. She's not sure, how am I gonna like a white boy? Like what am I gonna be looking like in a white boy? But eventually she gets drawn to him. They end up spending more time together. I remember they had ice cream together. They went to some shop and had ice cream. There was one moment when they're in his house watching a movie, and he ends up kissing her. And she doesn't know how to feel about this, how to deal with this. She doesn't know what to do with all these emotions. So I love this. It's called This Side of Home because her home is changing. What she thought is life and what she thought was, this is the way my life will happen from my senior year to on, it's not happening that way. So again, she has other books. She has a book that she co-wrote with Malcolm X and Betty Shaba's daughter. I cannot pronounce the name. I'm not going to mess it up, but it's called Betty Before X. That's a good book. But then also her daughter, Betty Shabazz daughter, also wrote another book called X, and it takes Malcolm X's life. So he was a preteen. He was a young kid, and to the point he got arrested. And she wrote that with another author. What Mama Left Me, my favorite by her. That's on this channel. Please look it up. Watch Us Rise is another, what I call a girl power book. That's on there. I talk about that. So I just Renee Watson, you cannot go wrong with her. I love her. I'll admit her, some of her books. This is one of her shorter books. Most of her books are at least 200 to 300 pages. One I say is an easy read. I'll admit Watchers Rise was not as easy read for me because there was a few things that came up, especially with the girl. Can't remember her name, but her father is dying of cancer. There were certain moments I just had to put the book down. It was emotionally a lot, emotionally draining, but at the same time, it's a very good read. What Mama Left Me might have been 150. It's not as thick as the other books, but all good reads. Happy reading.